Guess what came in? My new DJI Mavic 3 Pro finally came in. Was doing a lot of research and looking at recommendations and finally landed on getting this. It came in, I did a little bit of unboxing where I basically ripped up all the paper, but I will show you everything that came with it. Hopefully it'll influence you to maybe get this drone as well. I got the Fly More combo. I think it says it on here somewhere. Kicking off, a bunch of blades, a bunch of propellers, as you can call them. But everything was a little bit more organized. I kind of put everything back in this box just so I can have stuff to pull out. But came with multiple things, a little battery bank charger thing, a bunch of cords. I think especially with the Fly More combo, it was something that's going to be like, if you were traveling, you could go to multiple countries and be able to charge. But you do have your typical American things. Just a bunch of cords on cords to be able to charge your batteries, but cords to charge your controller, things like that. Charger, little bay where you put your batteries on it. It came with 3 batteries. Here is 2 of them. I had one more that's in the drone itself. Another blade that I forgot to get out. And it also came with a carrying case. Nothing else in the box, but it come with a nice little carrying case. It has a nice little latch on the front. And you open it up and it reveals the fun stuff. First off is this controller. Right here, I was debating on using my phone, but it just seemed a lot easier, and this screen's bigger than my phone, so I was like, let me just use that. And it comes with the little joysticks. They're in the back of this remote right here. But you basically screw them into the 2 parts right there. Use it like a little gaming setup almost. One thing I was really excited about was, you know, a lot of times I'm filming, if it's a clear day, I'm probably gonna film. I don't want to have to crank my shutter so much, so it came with filters, specifically some ND filters. So really excited about using those. They have varying ones, different kind of, I guess UV filters. So I'm excited to kind of go through those and test those out. But now the moment y'all been waiting for is the drone itself. It is the, like I said, the DJI Mavic 3 Pro. Comes with this little thing to kind of cover up your camera. Did a little bit of an unboxing, and you should go check it out. It's a YouTube short, but also on my TikTok page if you haven't followed me there. Just pull out all the wings. Pardon my progress here. There's the drone. It's a little bit beefier. I don't know. I just felt like getting a bigger one would be good. But one thing that really sold me on this was the 3 cameras on it. I don't know if you can see it, but on here you have 3 different cameras, 3 different focal lengths. And what was cool is Hasselblad partnered with DJI to get a 24mm camera on here, and that's where, I don't know if you can see it, but on the bottom of this it says Hasselblad, and that is the 24mm. Then it also has a 71, I believe, a 70mm, and a 166mm, and it blows my mind because with this being on a gimbal, I mean, the fact that you can get 166mm focal length and still be stable is incredible. So you can imagine the parallax shots you can get where you're just going around the subject, but the background is moving so fast behind them. Super excited about using this. I've mentioned it's, you know, when I was going to take the exam, it's just another way I can kind of diversify what I do as a videographer, and it can get me into some markets that I'm not currently in right now. So very excited to use this. So it's going to be a relatively short week for you guys, for me especially. It's currently Wednesday, and I got this drone in yesterday. I wanted to unbox it and film this vlog episode yesterday, but I just got so busy. But yeah, starting the week off on a Wednesday this week, and then Friday we go back to the dental office, and then I also have another call with a potential bride, a little consultation call. I actually took their pictures whenever they got engaged. They reached out to me, and I actually know who the bride is. I've been friends with her in the past. I'm gonna call them and see if we can work on a package and, you know, film their wedding. So I'm super excited about that. Relatively short week. Another business development, I currently am in contacts with a church that's a little bit out of town that is wanting to do some videos that seem to be like it's going to be on a monthly basis. They have this Bible study that's going to be going on, and it happens, I'm not entirely sure of the timeline, but each month they need certain videos. So I'm currently in the negotiation phase, working on that. it's just a little bit of promo stuff, a little bit of videos that they can have to promo these events and things like that. So super excited about that. And yeah, that's about it for the week, but I'll take you along for the ride. Moment of brief gratitude. Thank you to everybody that's been subscribing on my way to my goal of 500. Thank you to those who comment. Thank you to those who are interacting with these videos. It means a lot to be able to do what I'm passionate about and have people take notice. So really appreciative of that. But yeah, it's gonna be a good week yet again. So it's Friday, no dentist this morning. Gonna be chilling at the house, getting a little bit of work done. Currently working on a pot of coffee. Been big into doing the French press lately. So probably the last month or so I've been doing French press at the house and even at work. But yeah, it's gonna be a good Friday. Got a call later with that potential wedding couple, so that's gonna be at 6. And but before then, I've got pretty much all day. It's a good when you can kind of get into the editing bay and get things going and kind of get caught up. So I'm excited about that. One thing I wanted to do in 2025 was be a little bit more consistent with my posting of vlogs and things like that. But the problem is, I've mentioned in a previous vlog that I don't want to be making up stuff. Like I don't want to pretend like so much is going on when it isn't. I want these vlogs to be pretty valuable. I want to obviously do it vlog style to where you can see what's going on in my life and in the business world that I'm going. Especially for this week, it really isn't much going on, but since, one thing I wanted to do this year was be more consistent, and I think that's been a little bit of a struggle because there really isn't too much going on. I mean, yeah, I unboxed the drone or whatever. I mean, and I was gonna go to the dentist, but didn't go today, but then, I also have a phone call tonight. So it's like, there's really not too much going on, but I do want to make these videos and hopefully make them a little bit shorter because I feel like I've been trying to jam pack so much into them. That's kind of been the on my mind lately, just trying to be consistent with what I'm posting, like have regular vlogs updated. It doesn't have to be every week, but at least every 2 weeks. Just kind of show the progress, because ultimately, I personally don't care if, I obviously want people to see these videos and I want it to get a lot of views or whatever, but at the end of the day, I want this to be like a digital time capsule for me, so I can look back and see, how far I've come, mistakes I've made, things like that, be able to watch it back and have multiple episodes there to watch. So, but yeah, making this coffee right now. The key to my French press is that I'm going to basically put the grounds in, pour the water in. I let it sit for about 4 to 5 minutes. The key here is patience. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute, and then there's some of the grounds accumulate at the top. I'm gonna break that up and then let it sit for another 5 to 6 minutes. Also, I don't know if you just noticed this shot in the background, but that's not my kid, that's me back in the day. So that's Matthew. You can see the resemblance. That's back when I got a buzz cut and wore glasses all the time. I'm giving you the glasses look today, and I obviously need a haircut, but there's old Matthew back in, I believe, 4th or 5th grade. So yeah, total stud muffin. I'm like a dork. But anyway, that's my wife put that on the fridge. I think that's kind of funny to see around the house. People might think it's our kid, but nope, that's just me. So just business updates. First, the mobile home retailer that is going to be next weekend. We go there to film content for them next Friday. Well, it'll be on Saturday, but we're going up on Friday because it's up in the northern part of Mississippi. The following weekend is the College Student Conference. It's the spring version of what I did, I believe, back in maybe episode 2. But once I get a lot of these weddings behind me, like for instance, I'm working on delivering a wedding video to a client this evening. Once I get that done, and then, because I also have to send some footage to somebody, I'm getting to the point where, weddings are done up until my next one. So that frees me up to do a lot more. So that gives me 2 weeks to work on the College Student Conference content, which, if you remember back to the other one, I was making graphics that were going to be shown on the screen, things like that, but also maybe editing a few videos. That's kind of what we got going on. Business-wise, February is ramping up pretty quick. Starting to get more things on the calendar for the coming year. Already started tax season, which it's a little bit overwhelming. I had a good chat with my CPA the other day, the potential one that I may can do some work for later on. But yeah, February's moving pretty quick. Everything's been looking good. Just trying to improve on what I do each week and improve on the mistakes I made last year, but also, you know, celebrate the wins, but also strive to get better at the same time. Going to finish making my coffee, and I will head to the editing bay to get some stuff done, and hopefully you enjoy this 7-second montage of me editing. There it is. Here's a phone call. Hello?
Hey, Matthew.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
And just living the dream. Y'all enjoying the engaged life?
Just a little stressful. Yeah, just a little.
For the most part, is it going all right?
Yeah, I feel like we haven't really had problems with availability.
Yeah, well, let's chat. I don't want to keep y'all too long.
Let's talk about your packages.
Okay. So essentially, the first package, which I call the traditional, is just like the ceremony. I always like to say like what my parents got done. Like, because there was no wedding cinematography back in the day. And then you move on to the basic and premium, and that's what you see today. The only difference, according to this, is basically the length of the video, the coverage, but also you get a full ceremony in the premium. So it's the you'll get the coverage of anything happening in the certain hour span. And granted, I say 6 hours, but that's a loose term. So, I mean, I may be there 10 for all we know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my goodness.
All right, so that went well. I actually know this couple personally, and I took their engagement photos. I think I mentioned that before. Talked to them just kind of about what they wanted out of their video, but also what they liked about some of my stuff. I think that's important because, like, at the end of the day, it's their video, but also, you know, they're kind of hiring you for your style and all that. So it's nice to see what they like about it and certain things you can improve on and stuff like that. So I thought that went really well, and yeah, it's always good when you get a client on the phone. Certainly helps with getting a little bit of the nerves out. It's always better to hear someone's voice rather than having to go through an email, because, you know, in the day and age of getting scammed and things like that, it's just a lot more helpful to go through the process of being on the phone. It's kind of old school, but honestly, it works out the best in business. But that went well. You've got Hat Matt today. I need a haircut so bad. Also just got a text from the bride that I talked to yesterday. So they want to go forward with booking me for their weddings. That's another one on the calendar for 2025. So that's exciting. That went good and got them booked for October. Going to work on the contract, kind of all of that this weekend as I kind of close it out and head into next week. It's currently Saturday, and I figured, since I've got a little bit of free time today, I worked a lot yesterday. I was doing a ton of editing, finished sending a wedding video to a client. So I was like, you know what, I need to go fly this drone. I've had it for about a week or so. Let's go ahead and get it out. So I'm going to my friend's house, a little bit out of town from where I'm at. That's the thing about Central Mississippi, is there's not too many, you know, places to film with your drone unless it's like a specific venue. So you have to go to someone's house who has a good bit of land, and then you can it feels a little bit safer to fly there, because if I were to fly it, you know, where I live, I'd be in someone's backyard really quick, and I don't want to draw suspicion. So, but anyway, I'm headed out to do that. Currently Saturday morning. Got an event with my full-time job later this evening, but I figured I would end this vlog with a little bit of drone work. So come along.